letter that outlined what the cost per animal would be effective May 1st if a cat or dog is brought into the shelter by a resident. The letter went to explain that Heights will no longer accept animals from the shelter in the Spring Valley Police Department. Heights operates as a no-kill shelter and we're here to help all animals survive and thrive. However, we must be able to operate in a financially sound business model, or we risk insolvency, at which point we will not be able to continue operations. It is our hope that Spring Valley will do the right thing for the people and animals of their pets. I'd like to introduce Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie. First of all, I want to acknowledge Debbie and the board of Hightower for their journey in returning the viability of this organization back so it can certainly serve the people of Rockland County. I want to thank you all for joining us here at the Hightower Animal Shelter. And as Debbie mentioned, simply put, the Village of Spring Valley is shirking their duty to their residents and their animals. Their actions by not passing this intermunicipal agreement are a detriment to the lives of their residents and to the county as a whole. It compromises our public health and public safety. Rockland County has gone above and beyond to look after the welfare of our animal residents. In January, I signed a resolution to bond $1.2 million to finance the construction of a new building for the Hightower Animal Care Center, something that was lauded by almost every resident in this county. This money, combined with $350,000 from Hightower's own fundraising efforts and a $500,000 grant that was secured by Assemblyman Ken Zabrowski, means a new $2 million plus facility will be built here in Pomona on the existing animal shelter site. We're about to borrow that money and will soon issue a request for proposal to secure an architect to begin the process of designing this new facility. As things stand now, we plan to break ground in mid-2019. This is a unique public-private partnership that will eliminate the requirement that each municipality spend untold millions funding their own shelter. It will also be eligible for shared services reimbursements from the state. Rockland is committed to picking up the cost of the shelter, and it is simply the right thing to do. But that is why common sense demands that Spring Valley join with the other 5 towns and pass this intermunicipal agreement. According to the village's own law passed in 2011, they are required to properly care for, shelter, and feed and water any dog found or licensed within the village. If they do not contract with the county and Hightower for these services, they will be required by law to build their own shelter. Think about how ludicrous that would be for the residents of that village to have to spend money to build their own shelter. The cost of which would be forced upon those residents. It just makes absolutely no sense. In fact, for many years, including 2017, Spring Valley had agreements with Hightower for the shelter and to provide these services. Their inability or simple refusal to do so again is simply pathetic. I can think of no other word better to describe this ongoing political dysfunction in the village of Spring Valley. Once again, dysfunction reigns supreme within this village, and now it's going to take a financial toll on a village residents, one they do not need. All that is being expected from each local municipality that licenses dogs is to cover the animal care costs incurred by their residents. No more and no less. As Debbie mentioned, today we're announcing that effective beginning May 1st, Hightower will no longer accept animals brought to the shelter by the Village of Spring Valley Police Department. Animals brought to the shelter by residents of the village will be charged $750 for dogs and $500 for cats in order for the animal to be admitted. For all this despite numerous informative meetings with Hightower and the village board on the importance of this agreement. Their lack of action is so egregious that they will now be forcing their own residents to pay for the building we're going to put here and not be able to use it. That's how ludicrous this has gotten. And however, I must make one exception here. I want to give credit to what credit is due. Mayor Alan Simon was one of the first ones to recognize the common sense of this approach. He was joined by Bernard Charles, another trustee. And he committed to doing this because simply he understood it was the economical and the right thing to do for the village. Right now, we're still unable to secure the votes of the other trustees to pass the resolution. If Spring Valley does not pass the agreement, Rockland will also seek to recover the $22,684 that they owe for the animals they have brought to this county facility so far. It is unconscionable that the village board is refusing to pay their fair share, and I call upon them to do so, the right thing for our residents, both human and animal alike. Be assured that Rockland County will move forward with building a new modern shelter, regardless of Spring Valley's action. We welcome them to be part of this, as we have done with all the towns. This is an intelligent, proper way to approach the issue of animal care and control here in Rockland County, and I am hopeful that dysfunction will no longer reign, at least in this particular area in the village of Spring Valley, and the trustees will see the common sense to this decision. Any questions? Yes, Steve.
Debbie, may I ask? Hightower's main function goal is obviously, I think, animals, dogs and cats. Now you're putting in the position, I guess, your biggest provider of strays, Spring Valley. What about the dogs and the cats? They're still going to be out there with nobody to help them. I mean, that must be kind of a conflict for you guys.
This is not a conflict. Okay.
I was asking
okay. Well, I'll tell you straight out, it's not a conflict because they could still be brought here.
No one's going to pay $750 like that in Spring Valley.
And again, I would say that this is really more of a governmental question. If people are upset, and they rightfully should be upset about having to pay to bring animals to the shelter, they should go to their village board meeting and demand that the village trustees who are getting in the way of this take the appropriate action in service to those residents.
My suggestion, if you have an animal and you want to surrender it, bring it to the board meeting.
I'm sorry, I may have missed this earlier. Do you have a number of dogs and cats that you get from Spring Valley each year or each month?
Well, for the first quarter of this year so far, we have 18% of our intake is from Spring Valley. And
Do you have a number on that? As opposed to 18%, I mean numbers.
We can get.
I'm just curious.
We can get.